Hey, what's going on, guys? Rob the Warrior Strategist coming at you from sunny San Diego. It is a beautiful day today, and as you can see, the sun is out. People are walking their dogs. There we go. Check that out. Just my beautiful view from my palatial apartment. And so what we're going to talk about today is troubleshooting a low sale business. We've all been there. We've all had times where sales are few and far between for our business model. So what do we do to induce those sales? What do we do to jumpstart the path to purchases so that we're making revenues, so that we can invest back in the business, hire a staff, and then sit somewhere on a fancy island sipping drinks with fruit in them? Because that's the entrepreneur dream, right? So what I'm going to talk about is just some basic techniques you can use to troubleshoot and diagnose your business, find out where the problem area is, and then to get you back on the path for steady revenue and growth. Okay. So when you're looking at your business, and this is going to cover both service-based and goods-based businesses. So when you're looking at your business, what you need is just the basic nuts and bolts for a diagnostic session is a clear offering, a transmission medium. All that means is how are you getting your message out to your fan base and potential customers, and then paths to purchase. So is it clear how someone can buy your goods or service? Okay. You'd be surprised how many people don't have clear paths to purchase and have no transmission mediums at all. Okay. And the way to think about it is your offering is just what it is that you sell. Whether it's goods or services, like, is the offer clear? You know, do you have description? Do you have sales copy? Do you have like a pricing tier? Do you have prices like clearly posted wherever it is? So that's what a clear offering is. A transmission medium is your outbound marketing. So whether you're doing Facebook posts, LinkedIn articles, blog posts, I'm doing a YouTube video right now, all this stuff is outbound transmission mediums. And then your paths to purchase are the inbound paths that lead to a sale. So if somebody goes to your website, if somebody goes to your Etsy page, if someone books a call with you, okay, these are all paths to purchase. And so it's important that we look at all three of these areas, and then when we optimize our business so that we can make the sales process much easier. So I know you guys watch my videos so that you can get these high-tech learning aids that I offer. So here's what we got. So the first thing you want to look at is how clear is your offer? Are you putting it out there regularly? Are you letting people know what they get when they sign up with you? What the benefit is, not the features. You know, as my mentor Doug Means says, give them the benefits, not the features. Talk about, instead of a giant list of all the optional items or things that, you know, a purchase would cover, talk about the emotional result of what's going to happen if they buy from you. Those are the benefits. You know, talk about the illumination, not the light bulb, I think is the best way to explain it. So first thing to do is just to make sure your offer is really clear, easy to understand verbiage, very specific, like, hey, this is what you're going to get. Number two is your transmission channels. So when you have your offer, there's a lot of ways to get it out there in front of people. So when I'm working with clients and they say, hey, Rob, I want to have a high sale day, what can we do? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to post on my Facebook main. Then I'm going to post on my Facebook business page. I'm going to post on my Shift Magazine page. I'm going to do an email blast. Then I'm going to write something on LinkedIn about them with a link to buy. Then my Facebook group. Then I might do a YouTube video about them. Then I might write about them in my blog if they're, you know, an important client. But you can see I have like 8 transmission channels, and there's a lot more out there. There's IG, you know, Instagram, there's Snapchat, there's Pinterest. There's all these alternative ones as well. You know, Twitter. But it's important that you have transmission channels so that your offer is going out to numerous places where numerous eyes can see it. Okay, your outbound has to be everywhere. And this is all unpaid, right? So if you put a little money into some Facebook ads, some boosted posts, that could get you some sales as well. But make sure that you have multiple transmission channels if your sales are low, okay? Make sure that you're being seen across a bunch of different places so your audience can find you. Somebody was telling me that Reddit is a good place, and I've started implementing Reddit strategy into my transmission stuff. So the next thing to look at is your paths to purchase. And so paths to purchase just means, okay, what is the process that your ideal client or customer takes when they're going to buy from you? And so if you're a goods-based business, the majority of your sales are going to be traffic goes to your website, they have an emotional connection with a picture they see or some item, and they purchase it. Okay, this is what I did with Sean Douglas's brand, Live Your Brand. I bought a hooded sweatshirt because I went to his website, I saw a hooded sweatshirt I really liked, and I bought it immediately after I saw the picture of it. Boom. If you're services, okay, you're going to have your warm leads go to your website to book a call. You do the video call, you make the sale. Boom. So it's a little bit more of a convoluted process, a couple more steps in it. But it's important to write down your paths of purchase depending on your business model, because the strategies are different for a goods-based business versus a service-based business. If you're a goods-based business, you want the best photography that you can get for your products. You want really cool descriptions that are very clear, a couple different angles when you got pictures of it. And then when they're at the website, some type of upsell upon checkout. And that's how you get some added revenues. If you're a service-based business, it's all about video calls. The majority of people that have hired me have been the result of video calls, getting to know people, talking to them, figuring out what their pain point is, and then ascertaining if I'm the right specialist for them, okay? If you're selling services or coaching, you need to triple the amount of video calls you're doing a week. You need at least 12 of them. If you really want to hustle, get out there and make your quota for the month, okay? Now, if you're service-based, you're asking, okay, that's fine and dandy, Rob. How do I get these warm leads? Warm leads will come from certain actions. Get your audience to take certain actions that pop them into a different group, because ultimately everybody you reach out to in your network is the general population, the GP. And then what you want to do is have them take some kind of action that's going to trickle them down into interested party, then warm lead. Interested party means they opted in. They took your freebie. They made a comment indicating they have a pain point or they want to buy from you, right? Interested party means, oh, hey, this person is a lot more interested than the average person on my Facebook feed, and they might want to buy from me. And that's when you get them on the call. Once you get on the call, you isolate their pain point, you talk about what they're going through, and then you just ask leading questions to see if they're ready to take action and invest in whatever it is that you're offering. That'll solve their problem. So ultimately, guys, if your business isn't selling like it needs to, examine these three things. Figure out where the broken source is. Because in some cases, you're not driving enough traffic to your website. In other cases, you might be getting a lot of traffic to your website, but you're not getting anybody buying. And so you have to check your KPIs, your metrics. You know, if I see a lot of people going on my website and they're going to book a call with Rob and then they're just not booking the call, that tells me there's a problem. Like the website isn't dynamic enough, the offer isn't clear, you know, maybe it's just not that pleasant to look at on that page, whatever. But this is how we troubleshoot our businesses and we find out why sales don't happen. Every one of you has the ability to have a six-figure business. Like I said, just start with the basics, right? Don't overthink it. Don't try and be Gary Vee overnight. Just look at the three things: clear offer, mediums of transmission, and then you're past the purchase, and you should be good to go. I did a really good blog post this week, very powerful, with a free graphic talking about how to implement these into your business, and actually covered a lot more material that I'm not going to get into too long, with a free graphic download. So it's going to be in the first comment under this video, pinned. Just go to the blog post, grab your graphic, read the blog, and hopefully it'll help you out with your sales problems. And if you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. This is Rob, the Warrior Strategist. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week.